Well, we'll give you more details as they unfold. But let's head over to Rivers State now, where we can confirm again that the members of the State Assembly may just be going ahead with their plenary for the day. That's instead of meeting with Governor Fubara, who had invited them. And that's judging from the order paper, which was gotten by our correspondent. Governor Fubara had extended what appeared to be an olive branch to the State House of Assembly, setting the stage for a possible reconciliation. In the letter signed by the SSG, he had invited Speaker Martin Amewule and the lawmakers to what he called a crucial meeting at the Government House, which was scheduled for 10 a.m. today. That's just about 2 hours ago. According to that statement by the Secretary of the State Government, Tammy Danagogo, key issues on the agenda include securing a Parliament Assembly venue, addressing outstanding allowances, and laying the groundwork for the state budget. The governor in that statement said that this meeting is a step toward fulfilling his promise to implement the court's ruling in full. But this had come after the Supreme Court validated the status of the 27 lawmakers, clearing the way for what was termed or imagined would be renewed cooperation. But so far, it doesn't look like that meeting is happening. But let's head over to Port Harcourt, the River State capital, where our correspondent Charles Operum is standing by. Well, Charles, 2 hours after that meeting, or after that meeting was scheduled to hold, and clearly it's not happening at this point. So can you walk us through the events that unfolded up to this point, Charles, at the State Assembly and perhaps at the Government House or in the state generally?
Hi, good afternoon, Khalid. Yes, I am at the River State House of Assembly. Plenary is ongoing inside as we speak. And indeed, just like you mentioned correctly, on the order paper for today, there were 3 items. Actually, there were 4 items. Indeed, a podium has been set up within the Assembly where they are expected to receive the chairman and the commissioners of the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission, but they are nowhere to be found. They're not around here at the moment. So we haven't gotten to that stage yet. But then 3 items on the order paper for today. Apparently, the House of Assembly have started the process of modifying the Rivers State House of Assembly Powers and Privileges Bill 2025. This is a brand new bill that has just been moved on the floor of the House by the leader of the House, Honorable Major Jack. And then the second one is the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission Bill 2025, which is a bill for a law to repeal the existing Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission Law number 2 of 2018 and reenact it. So they are in the process of modifying the RSHA law just now. And then finally, there's a bill for a law to repeal the Rivers State Local Government Law number 5 of 2018, Rivers State Local Government Amendment Law, and to reenact that particular law as a Rivers State Local Government Law, which will make provisions rather for the establishment, structure, and functions of local government councils in Rivers State and other incidental matters. So it's ongoing here. The Assembly is now modifying the laws as we speak.
All right, our correspondent Charles Operum, I see you're trying to just find out who that is and what that may mean to all of this. But for our viewers on DSTV, we're heading over for a live coverage still in Rivers State from Ozoba, Obiakwa local government area for the commissioning of Nyewali Palace of Akwa Kingdom, Ozoba. So that's a live coverage for our viewers on DSTV. Do stay with us.
Hear me?
Yes, Charles, over to you now. So speak to us. What exactly is playing out behind you right now?
Yes, exactly. Apparently, the commissioners from the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission, about 3 of them just walked in while I was talking. You may have seen them walking behind me. Yeah. The Sergeant at Arms just announced them, and the Speaker gave permission for them to be allowed into the hallowed chambers. So remember I said earlier, I had barely said that none of them was around, but while I was speaking, an SUV just drove up, and 3 of them alighted from the SUV. And so they are here to honor that 72-hour ultimatum, which was extended by the Assembly from last week's sitting. So interesting times ahead. In the next couple of minutes, we'll know what's going down.
Very interesting, Charles. So we understand, as you said, that officials from the Rivers State Electoral Commission are now at the State Assembly. But that's just one. The other part is the budget, which they gave the governor an ultimatum, the back and forth about whether or not we received communication as to that effect and all of that, and then the invitation by the governor, which obviously they're not honoring. But do you know anything about the governor's schedule for today? Is it still possible that that meeting may hold today, looking at the governor's schedule and what is happening at the assembly as we speak?
All right, one thing, I have to clarify this. When I walked into this building this morning, I had some informal conversations with some members of the assembly, and they all had the same thing to say, which is, we have not seen any letter. They say that letter was posted on social media, but it was never sent to them. In fact, it's not even on the order paper. It's not even listed for discussion. Basically, the Speaker's principal secretary told me that they did not receive any letter from the secretary to the state government. That's on the one hand. On the other hand, you asked about the governor's itinerary for today. The governor is scheduled to commission the palace of the traditional ruler of Akpo Kingdom in Obi Akpo local government area, and that's basically it. So the 10 a.m. Call time given in that letter for the meeting between the governor, the speaker, and members of the assembly has already passed. So apparently it's safe to say that that meeting is not happening this morning. If it will happen later today, well, time will tell. But as of this moment, it's safe to say that the meeting is definitely not happening right now. Cody.
Because a lot of people had said that this was maybe peace at last, peace in the making. Finally, the olive branch has been, extended and all of that. But with Rivers politics, you never know what to expect. But perhaps you can also speak to the mood in the city. This is something that Rivers people, yes, they may be familiar with it, but hey, doesn't mean that they're okay with it as this impasse continues. So maybe speak to us about the mood in Rivers State, particularly Port Harcourt, where you are in, and again, some of the other groups that have spoken about this. Does it look like their mood is favorable to, well, this happening, or they're still expecting some more escalation?
So I think it's mixed. Yesterday, I was at the expanded stakeholders meeting of the Rivers Ijaw People's Congress. And while I was there, the letter from the governor dropped, and a lot of people looked at it. So I tried to gauge the feeling there. And, some of them were then saying, oh, why now? Why does it have to be now? Why couldn't he have sent it earlier? When I asked about, is it that you guys don't want peace or something? Say, oh, yeah, we want peace, but we are suspicious of this letter from the governor. Okay. Then, of course, earlier today, Chief Tony Okocha, who's an APC chieftain in the state, has even called for the resignation of members of the Rivers State House of Assembly if they do not impeach the governor within the next 48 hours. That press briefing happened just before we came here to the Rivers State House of Assembly. And then the common man on the streets, some of them have a lot of sympathy for the governor, while some others are raising the question like, oh, please, we just want peace in the state. I think the basic response from anybody you see on the state is we want a cessation of hostilities and peace in our state.
Well, it's not too much to ask for, certainly, but we have to thank you so much, Charles Operum. Looks like it's going to be a very interesting day in Port Harcourt and across River State. Thank you for the updates, and please let us know as soon as you get updates on what exactly is playing out with the River State Electoral Commission officials who are currently at the State Assembly. Thank you once again, Charles.
Thank you, Cody, and have a great day.